GE2020 is significant because on a global and national landscape we are tackling a pandemic that transforms our life significantly and brings us unprecedented challenges. But on a personal level, myself and many of my peers in NUS will get to cast a vote for the first time in our life. This vote will determine the future of Singapore and the contours of this society. I hope all of us can come together and vote wisely.
What does the general election mean for me? Well, it really means many things, but if I could really sum it up in one word, it would be ownership. And ownership not just in the future of my family and myself, but the future of the communities that I care about.
So I would say that it is an opportunity for me to be engaged in that process of electing a representative of my choice. But more importantly, I think it's a great responsibility for me to choose what matters to me the most and what matters for this country. And I think from the kind of discussions that we are having, a lot of young people are actually stepping forward. They're making their voices heard. They're becoming much more informed on certain issues that really matter to them. And I think that that's the beauty of having an elections where people come together and decide on their future.
GE 2020 gives us the opportunity to understand the different options that are available to us. So this is a time where we can go and read up on issues that we hold close to our heart and then find out what the stances of the different political parties are.
The GE to me means understanding, appreciating, as well as exercising the democracy that we have here in Singapore. I think what is important for the GE is about raising awareness of issues that we the people have, and that includes, most importantly, the accountability of our leaders.
It'll be the first time that I'll be able to vote for the future leaders of Singapore based on what I believe in and what I understand. And it's also very interesting to see what the different parties and candidates want to achieve for Singapore and Singaporeans.
My expectation for the upcoming general election is not so focused on the outcome, but rather the process of it. I hope that the election generates sufficient buzz and excitement and interest amongst youth, those in their teens, because these are international issues that will impact them in the future.
The general elections provide an opportunity for Singaporeans to assess whether the current government has been responsive to the needs and concerns of the public. At the same time, it allows Singaporeans to consider what different political parties have to offer for Singapore in the future, or at least 4 to 5 years ahead.
I would just like to say that I think it's really amazing that there are a lot of viable opposition candidates today, and I'm excited at all the voices coming out to speak for what they think should make a better Singapore.
Interesting to see how COVID-19 and social media will influence voter preferences. We are living in very uncertain and unique times, and this GE means that we have a personal stake in Singapore's future.
Voting this year would be my chance to finally participate in the future of our country, to see how democracy works, and see whether my beliefs and the realities of the system actually align. I hope everyone else do their due diligence and make an informed decision that they won't regret, which, to me, is the most important part that we can play as an individual voter.
I think that this general election is going to signal a shift in public discourse, the issues that politics will revolve around, and how politics will evolve to engage with the younger generations of Singapore. Basically, a glimpse of the future of politics.
As various political parties put forward their manifestos, I believe the general elections is the time for Singaporeans to think about what they want for the future of Singapore, and then to exercise one of their key rights as a citizen, to freely elect representatives to safeguard their interests.
2020 is an opportunity for the people of Singapore, particularly the young people, to finally have a voice on the national stage. It is an opportunity for young people to decide what direction the country should go in over the next 5 years. And it's also an opportunity for all of us to truly consider which individuals best reflect our beliefs and values and who we want representing us on the national stage.
This election is really important in revealing what Singaporeans think needs to be done for them to feel confident in their future.
Politics and policy making affect every Singaporean. A country's politics reflect the society's values and beliefs, and as a result, this leads to consequences to the policies that policymakers tend to overlook. This is why I believe that there should be a parallel playing ground, and this makes it more critical and crucial for first-time voters like myself to make an informed decision.
GE is about reflection, GE is about asking tough questions, politics is not for everyone, but everyone is involved in politics in some way or another.
The purpose of general elections is to get your voice heard, and you do that by voting. Voting is the most important form of political participation, and really, as a first-time voter, you should be looking out for the people that represent you.
Don't let others fool you. Your vote counts, because although your vote is one in a few million, you are a part of the progress that lies ahead.
Voting for the first time means to me being enforced with a new responsibility towards my country, where I guess I can have a say in how some things are going to be run. So, voting for me means to be passionate, to be well-informed, and to cast my ballot.
In 2020, it's about getting involved in the country's development. It's about caring for Singapore. It's about placing our faith in the right hands to help bring our country forward. It's about improving this beautiful country that I call home. Majulah Singapura.